After the atomic bomb, how will Lei Man live? Imagine a morning without dawn, no sunlight streaming through your windows, no birds singing, no one to wake you up for work. After the last night of humanity as we know it, there is silence. Once bustling cities are now ashes. There is no internet, no government, no civilization, just lost people, crawling from the rubble, staring up at a black sky, where the sunlight is blocked by thick clouds of smoke. Children have never known the green of grass. Adults fight over bits of rotting food. Disease is rampant, trust is broken, and humans are no longer creatures of reason, but creatures of the ultimate survival instinct. Nuclear war doesn't just kill millions, it kills the very idea of a future. But how did we get to this point? What really happened after the atomic bomb dropped? And is there a way back for humanity? Let's delve into the post-nuclear war scenario to better understand what awaits us beyond the end of the world. 1. The split in history. Nuclear war does more than destroy what we see. It divides history into two distinct eras, before the war and after the apocalypse. In the first few hours, hundreds of millions of people may die instantly in explosions and fires that cover tens of thousands of square kilometers. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. The deeper part begins after everything has burned. 2. When the sky no longer has light, a nuclear explosion creates a giant fireball, hotter than the sun, that blows away everything within a kilometer radius, creating a devastating shockwave. But it was the massive fires from hundreds of cities that created the nuclear winter. Hundreds of millions of tons of dust and ash were sucked into the stratosphere. They covered the Earth, blocking sunlight. Global temperatures plummeted for weeks. Summers disappeared. Winters lengthened. Rain fell. Droughts prevailed. 3. Silent Earth. When food no longer exists, humans rely on the sun, but the sun can no longer penetrate the ash-covered atmosphere. Crops died. Crops collapsed. The world's granaries, like Ukraine, the US, China, became frozen wastelands. No food, no supply chains, no aid. 4. Silent death. Not by bombs, but by starvation. When global food supplies collapse, humanity enters a cruel division. The total number of calories left divided by the number of people needed to survive. Someone will have to die. Billions of people, within a few months, could die of hunger, disease, cold, and worse. Many governments can actively prevent food sharing to protect their own people, causing new wars, while humanity has not yet recovered. 5. Social collapse. When the law no longer works. After a few weeks, the financial system collapses. The internet disappears. No more police, no more electricity, no more healthcare. Humans return to primitive times, except this time they have 21st century knowledge, but must live by sticks and survival instincts. Society disintegrates into small, closed, defensive communities and is suspicious of each other. Violence, looting, killing become the new norm. 6. The change in the human mind. In the darkness, people begin to change, not only outwardly, but also inwardly. Faith in the system collapses. Altruism disappears. Morality becomes a luxury. People no longer think about the future, because the future has no meaning. They live day by day, hour by hour. Instinct replaces reason. 7. Resurrection or doom? If a small part of humanity survives 5-10 years of nuclear winter, can they rebuild the world? Maybe, but they will face radioactive soil, wild animals become extinct, irreversible climate change, lack of practical knowledge, manufacturing, medicine, science. A new civilization could emerge, but not from the ruins of our heritage, but from the ashes of our memories. 8. The children born after the apocalypse. Suppose a generation is born after a nuclear war. They will live in a world without the internet, without history, without nations, without ancestral stories. They will only know that Earth is a cold and dangerous place, and that everything that ever existed is a legend. They will not study to be doctors or engineers. They will learn to dig for roots, make fires, and avoid radiation. 9. Collective memory may be lost forever. If all digital devices fail, if books are burned, if eyewitnesses die, human history may be lost forever. No one remembers Shakespeare. No one knows who Einstein was. No maps, no music, no religion. We're back where we started. But there's no guarantee that next time will be better. 10. A simple but scary question. In the end, the question is no longer, what if nuclear war breaks out? It's, why did we risk it all? For power, for hate, for fear. We can avoid it, but it takes courage. The courage to stop, to forgive, and to choose life over revenge. When you see a child shivering in the dark from hunger and cold, you will understand that no victory is worth it.